I will be discussing the developmental network of a thorny dragon on whether or not it develops spikes. In this video, we will determine the regulatory network of a thorny dragon and also determine why a specific network either activates or deactivates spikes on specific skin cells. This is our wild-type developmental network, seen over here. Following this network, the S activates P, the P gene deactivates the I gene, and this is good because I would normally deactivate the K gene, but because P suppresses I, K is able to now produce E, and E produces spikes, and we can follow our network. This is good. Our thorny dragon produces spikes in wild types. In our developmental network, if P is absent, spikes will no longer be produced. This is because I becomes no longer suppressed, and because of this, K would become suppressed, resulting in E never being produced, and spikes would not form on our thorny dragon. If I were to be removed from the developmental network, there would be no suppression occurring anywhere. Thus, our thorny dragon would produce spikes. In this example, if our thorny dragon is I and E deficient in the genes, this would be problematic, although having I deficient would be good because E is further downstream and E is the direct cause for spike growth on the skin cells. The thorny dragon would not be able to produce spikes. In our last example, if our thorny dragon is S and K deficient, our thorny dragon will not produce spikes. Because we are deficient in K, E cannot be produced. Again, this is further downstream, so look at that. And because of this, E no longer being produced, spikes does not get produced. Thus, our thorny dragon receives a big X. I want to hypothesize and explain a type of regulation that could explain why not all cells in the skin have spikes, even though they have the exact same genome sequences. An example of this occurring could be due to the I gene being expressed more in greater quantity than the P gene. This would overcompensate for the P and dominate, thus inhibiting spike production. So we could hypothesize and say, for example, under the belly of the dragon it doesn't produce spikes, and maybe the I gene is expressed greater in this area, resulting in no spikes being produced there, versus on the back where it's balanced and we have this normal production of the wild type of spikes being produced.